Pura soda, Race to Stanford. It's brutally beautiful. It's race day. It's arrived. I'm so flippin' stoked. The water's super calm. It's 15 degrees. It can get down to like 12, probably even 11, which we wouldn't be able to have the full swim. So I'm super amped. The guys are happy. The TSA guys are here. It's a calm day. It's a little bit of a wester, which is actually a great thing because they're going to blow them up the hill. So the big climbs are early on. There's 3 big bike climbs, and the wester's going to push behind it. It means I'll come back into the wind, but that's the downhill. So it's actually a winner. Everything's gone really smoothly. Registration in Cape Town, registration here in Stanford. We've got guys going up and down the river last night saying, "I've never been here. This place is amazing. How come I never knew this here?" It's like this hidden gem. You know, obviously there's guys at the Old Harbour drinking at bintangs and saying, "Oh, it's just, I love Hermanus." We've got 100 local disadvantaged community people doing volunteer work. A lot of them going like, "What's a triathlon? Oh, are they really going to swim? Are they mad in this cold water?" and all that, you know, so it's been really lekker this morning. Athletes are here. We've got some pro athletes, we've got some elite athletes, and we've got some first timers. But a lekker mix. Only 100 people, that was the idea, keep it small the first year. It's a bit of a test year to make sure all the infrastructure works, etc., because we've got visions to grow this race big. We spoke to Warm Water Weekend defending champion Kelly van der Toorn.
I'm feeling fit, strong. I'm ready to do the last race of 2017. I've had a superb year this year, so just hope I can hold my form for one more weekend. Smash the swim, take it easy on the bike, cruise the bike, enjoy the run into Stanford on the bike, because I believe that stretch is going to be like the comfortable point, and then hold it together for the run. I just want to have a good, smooth, strong run.
So we've got a half-iron distance course, a 1.9k swim right here in the new harbour. So it's going to be 950 metre laps, 2 of them, starting right here in front of this jetty. Then it's up that little hill behind me, up to transition up at the top, so they don't want to run too hard because it's obviously going to take it out of their legs. They then ride through to the famous Old Harbour in the middle of Hermanus. They then head out to the Hemelanada Valley, and that's where the climbing starts. 3 big climbs up the Hemelanada Valley, then through to Caledon, and then the downhill rolling hills roller coaster to Stanford. Once they park their bikes on the Stanford Green, they're then going to head out. That's after 90 k's of biking. They'll head out for 3 laps of 7 k's for a 21k half marathon. Half Ironman done. Race to Stanford shirt only for the people who finish. So it's a challenge, and we aim to see them all.
I know Hermanus pretty well, so swimming here in the sea is just, I mean, you're surrounded with mountains, and you know, it's just absolutely amazing.
We had a chance to catch up with Namibian champion and young CA student from Stellenbosch, the dark horse of the race, JP Burger.
I don't want to make any excuses, but I've been through exam. I'm actually at university now, and I'm in my final exams. So the training hasn't been great, but in saying that, I have been swimming and running. I think the bike is probably the one that I've been lacking the most on. And I mean, I'm well rested. Because I haven't been training much, there's definitely not a lot of fatigue. So no excuses.
We were stoked to host all the way from Joburg, everybody's favourite survivor, Richard Wright.
I'm fighting brain cancer. So for me, I've used triathlon, particularly endurance events, as a means to get my head right. I kind of figure if I can still go through cancer and chemo and get to the finish line of these events, somehow I'm winning the fight. So this is the last one of the year. It's been an epic year from an events point of view. It's been a hard year, but this is a great way to round it off. So when Paul contacted me, it was an absolute no-brainer. I'm so chuffed to be part of this race.
Not everybody loves to climb on triathlon bikes, so we asked the pros, was it road bike or tri bike?
Definitely TT bike, or rather Argon E119 Tri Plus. Yeah, great bike, and had the disc wheel on. It was a little breezy with that on, but yeah, it's definitely, even with the hills, it's you're always going to be quicker on the TT bike.
JP comes from an Olympic and a sprint background and is pretty new to 70.3 distance. He's got world-renowned Ironman champion Matt Troutman chasing. So what's going to be your strategy, JP?
I honestly don't really think about having power for the run. I take the bike as it is, and whether I feel good or bad coming off the bike, that can all change in the run regardless. So no specific plan. Will obviously depend where Matt is. I mean, Matt's racing here today. He made a last-minute call to actually come and do the race, so he's definitely going to be the one to chase. And yeah, I'll try and ride up hard, but I've been told to rather try and ride conservatively there and save the legs for the run. I'll see once we hit it.
Here's the legend, Anna Watkinson.
I'm recovering from injury. I tore my calf at Ironman Tau 1. I'm a bit nervous about going up the pass too fast with my calf, so I'll probably just go steady and then push the last bit, home, and actually just out here and enjoy being an athlete and doing what we get to do. It's just an incredible privilege, and I know that term is overused, but it really is an amazing privilege to be able to do this.
We expected the prevailing southeaster, which would have meant a tailwind into the end of the bike into the historic town of Stanford. But on the day, the westerly arrived and gave us a flat, beautiful, calm swim conditions. But then the final 20 Ks was into a block headwind southwester.
The course itself was, for me today, it was a bit of a struggle. So it was actually really beautiful. That made the race a lot easier. The cycle course is magnificent. It's like, there's just views. It doesn't matter where you look. You look right, you look left. You've got mountains. You've got wine farms. It's stunning.
Stanford is an amazing town. It's stunning. It's got a lot of history. So I think the organisers really did a lot of effort, and I think it's like, you're not going to get a much better course than this.
I don't want to waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us.
The gods seem to be smiling on the inaugural Race to Stanford with our partnership with a brand new, exciting brand, thirst-quenching, delicious, and more importantly, healthy, Pura soda. JP, you sound really excited to be partnering with this new brand. Tell us your thoughts about it.
I think it's a great brand. I mean, I've been told when they actually add the sugar tax, Pura is going to be one of the only brands that won't be taxed because of the low amount of sugar in the can. And yeah, as their slogan says, soda has finally grown up. I mean, I think it's a really interesting brand and a good concept. I myself have had some of the drinks and I just love it.
I definitely would never go to anything that I don't love, and I went and got these sodas, bought them. They have them at Spar and Pick and Pay, and I went there and I bought them and I was in love. Like, this grown-up soda thing is very cool. So I phoned them and I said yes, please, let's do something. So I'm so chuffed. And having it on the race was actually really cool. I enjoyed it so much. Refreshing, really delicious, and offers you energy.
Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest.
So lucky to see Sia and Timbile all the way down from PE, normally used to the longer distances, like Ironman Richard Wright.
So for me, I'm a bit of a diesel engine. We're doing this for a very long time. And my mandate from the specialist and oncologist is keep your heart rate down. So for me, the longer the better. Just find a pace, stick to it, and I love the longer stuff. So if anything, maybe even slightly short, but dig this distance.
Yeah, it's my first 70.3 distance race since my bike accident in January. So yeah, I think it's just a good training session as well. Besides being a beautiful race, I really enjoy the 70.3 distance. I mean, my main goal is still the full Ironman. I've still got a bit of work to do before I can complete that. So I want to do Ironman South Africa in April. So still got plenty of time. But yeah, I'll definitely do a few more 70.3s before then.
We are beyond ecstatic to have our race ambassador Matt Troutman back in the game and wish him all the best for 2018.
Grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands, and we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands.
Back into the beautiful village of Stanford, and it's the pre-race favourite, everybody's favourite, the champion of the inaugural Pura Soda Race to Stanford, Matt Troutman.
Yeah, thanks Paul, and thanks for organising an awesome race. A beautiful location here in Stanford, and yeah, man, that course was tough. The swim, beautiful conditions. It was pretty cold. You eventually started getting the claw at the end. You couldn't really feel the water at the end. JP took it out really hard on the bike. I was surprised how long it took me to catch him. I really started to doubt myself. He went out really hard, and then I think I caught him at about 40 k's, and then managed to put it again into him. But that last stretch back from Caledon to Stanford straight into the westerly, that was brutal. That was really, really hard. I'm sure the guys here would have suffered on that stretch. And the run's cool. It's running off road, and it's different. It's a nice cool.
Brave challenge by JP Burger into second, phenomenal performance. And ladies champion at last, Kelly van der Toorn.
Enjoyed every bit of the course, man. It was tough on the bike, windy, the last 20 k's. One tough challenge. We really enjoyed the challenge. Thanks for inviting us, Paul.
That's a complete and utter privilege to have you here, bro. That was Sia Jabu Mpangesi, who lost today, but let's hope he's a winner in PE in April.
I think obviously Western Cape just as a starting place is absolutely beautiful, and then the route, the scenic route, and they did such good marketing with the pictures and stuff, and it doesn't disappoint. The races are always the same places. When it comes to the Ironman events, I think it's also they're almost saturated. It's so busy, and this was a fresh new race that offered a whole new race idea, which was lovely. I really like that.
We're so super proud and elated to have a stacked podium with Kelly, Robin, Gabby, Matt, JP and Stu. 6 consummate athletes. We couldn't have wished for more. That was the Pura Soda Race to Stanford Triathlon 2017. brutally beautiful. Proudly partnered with Pura Soda, refreshingly real. And thanks to our generous partners who made this exciting event happen. Here's to many years together.